didn't know if it registered probably. Since I don't have the mole up here on me. What is that? What is that? Well, make me look like I got a gap like that Stacy woman. Anyway, I don't have that. I do not have the gap. I got the dangle. Anyway, here's my angle. Kosher Catfish don't say a whole lot about the news and the blues and what's happening up in the news, except when I do my Ubi song, because that's about the Resetia blues, and we're going to be Resetian, and this here sort of has to do with the reset. Yes, Pussycat, it does. I am very serious. Pussycat's sitting here looking at me, shaking her tail, and she'll bite me just out of the frustration of me not stroking the fur. Anyway, this is what we must infer. Kosher Catfish been avoiding the news, avoiding all this stuff, and you know I went to school for the engineering and the understanding. I think it's the leaning tower of the fan, the piece of the fan, what's left of it. Anyway, you can't see what I'm saying, so I won't say what I'm seeing. Anyway, where do I go from here? The emissions. We was on a mission to stop the emissions. And what I understood is, people got the EV. Now, Kosher Catfish, you can fact check me all you want, but you'll find out I'm right. We do not have a grid. We do not have the electrical capacity in our capacitance to, like, if everybody just all at once, Tooth Fairy, the flood of stuff, Tooth Fairy, come in and take your ISA engine car, your petroleum engine car, and give you a brand new Plaid. Mended what Plaid? That should have been something. Not Monty. Dude, who was it? Monty Python should have done. Mended what Plaid. It'd be sort of like the wood chopping men. I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I work all night and I sleep all. Well, I'm not sure about any of that, because if you're a lumberjack and you're out working at night, you're probably gonna cut something off that you shouldn't. So maybe it's just the other way around. And that's what we got here. We got the same as this situation right here. And it has to do with energy. And like Kosher Catfish say, the calculation is not that difficult. You just assign everybody a certain amount of kilowatt hours per day of what their use is and their vehicles and their eating. And oh, I love you too, baby. I love you. Pussycat just loves me. I don't know why. And you'll do that, and then you'll ascribe that to the, few 100 million peoples. And that's just within the margins of the errors. And the errors will be shooting at you. There's errors to your heart. And it'll make you have a heart fart. Because you're so upset. And what you find out is, hell, if the Tooth Fairy giving us the Plaid, every one of us that can drive, you couldn't even charge the sucker. You couldn't charge the suckers. So somebody's lying somewhere. And here we go. Now. Brown cow. What are we talking about now? Well, we're talking about people that's got these things already. And Tooth Fairy did not. Well, Tooth Fairy sort of did, because the government has been like sweetening the deal with the manufacturers, and many thousands of dollars change hands. And when that stuff stops changing hands, then it'll be like so many of them other solar companies back in the 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. That all that stuff that went under because they were not viable. To be non-viable is to seek your liability, and that's what we're gonna die on the hill that we choose, and we're gonna lose. Cause what's happening? People's got these things. They say, "I charge it at night." Well, hell, we dealing with. I have no emissions because I charge it at night. No. I gotta get paid. I'm getting thin skin, and it's hot as hell. I'm gonna show my temperature from yesterday is 102. Same it was when I had the COVID. Anyway, but this was the air temperature in the house. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about the grid and the id and people that think we are not emitting because we are charging at night. No, you just got a nocturnal emission. That's all you got. For your fishing and your drishing and your driving and your hiving and stuff, you got nocturnal emission. And maybe that's what we should all have. And if we just all had the nocturnal emission, then we'd stop fishing, because at some point we just die out and everybody be happy, because then the planet would not be on fire. If we caused it, that's all. But that's what Kosher Catfish is thinking. I kept the left hand of the CLT glove on my head. I cut that sucker off. and I'm sticking on my head, and it seems to suck most of the CLT stuff out, and I can come talk to you and make sense. And what Coach Catfish is saying, these people are saying, I charged it at night. They just have nocturnal emissions because the thing that charges it is emitting day and night. Thing is, if you ain't got enough of them emissions to emit, you ain't got enough of the energy for the plad and for what is bad, then what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Well, I think we done got ourselves into a very, very scary thing where you just chasing your tail. You chasing your tail all the way down to, well, hell's just a grave. So we all going there at some point, except those who walk into the kingdom. But that's for another story. And I hate mixing that kind of stuff. But y'all, with the foolishness of man and his nocturnal emissions, maybe we just need to stop emitting stuff right here, emitting stuff from the heart. Maybe we should change what we're emitting and get on the hitting. And you know, the hitting, I mean, no, I don't mean the pipe. Just stay away from the pipe. That's bad stuff. The hitting is on, well, I'm not sure what it is, but we ought to be hitting it and getting it and making a better world. Because maybe the emissions that are coming out are not so dangerous out of the stack. It's dangerous out of the individual. What you emit goes on like smog. But it's spiritual and emotional smog. And I think we living in a fog because of the spiritual and emotional fog. Because we emitting. Because, well, we done been bitten by something. Bitten by the foolishness of the snake. The snake say, you too will live forever. You too can get the AMA to say, give me a uterus. I need me a uterus. Well, I would not say that, but that's what I heard the other day. They just going to start doing uterus implants. Now, if you want talking about doing some emitting, and you'd be the first one to be doing some hitting up in the transplanted uterus. It's like the lizard. The lizard's trying to transition, but we cannot afford it. Come to find out, the uterine thing would be more than almost $500,000. But what the fuck? I mean, what the? We's Americans. We's Americans. Well, I don't know where you go from there. Anyway, Coach Catfish out of here. I don't know what to say. All this emitting, and spitting. What are we getting? Well, we're getting screwed. But I guess that's why we need some more nocturnal emissions. So well, I'm not sure what we can do. Because there just ain't enough nocturnal emissions to be able to charge all my plaids. And that's very bad. How am I going to get to work? How am I going to... Well, I don't know because I don't work anyway. Because Catfish just works on the land. Crazy, yeah. I'm out of here. This here is spouting some foolishness. But the thing is, to think that your car that requires like 4 times the amount of energy and CO2, which we plants breathe and we eat the plants, so you know it's not a bad thing, but requires 4 times what it takes to make the ISA car. And then you think there is no emissions? There's little children mining the stuff for your car. Little children's. I'm just going to leave it there. Let it stink. Like the emission of the odor of the odorous turd. It has become humanity. Good Catfish out of here. Crazy, y'all. And the pussycat needs attention.